Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you the news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Russia has unleashed a wave of drone strikes on Sunday night, launching 110 UAVs across Ukraine, of which over 50 were successfully intercepted by Ukrainian air defense. One of the drones struck a residential building in the western city of Ternopil, killing one person and wounding several others, according to local authorities. Video circulating on social media shows flames engulfing the upper floors of a multi-story apartment block in the city. Now, Serhiy Nadel, head of the regional defense headquarters, confirmed the building had been severely damaged. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military intelligence is reporting the destruction of 3 advanced Russian radar stations in Russian-occupied Crimea. The installations, valued at approximately $35 million, were modern mobile systems designed to detect air targets at low altitudes. While Ukrainian military intel has claimed responsibility for the strikes, additional details were withheld for, of course, security reasons. Crimea has seen a surge in explosions over the past week, with Russian-installed authorities claiming to have intercepted Ukrainian missiles and drones. On the ground, Russian troops are pushing towards Velika Novosilka in the Donetsk region, a key town in Ukraine's defensive line. The loss of Volodar in October left the area more exposed, and Russian forces are now attacking behind Ukrainian defenses, threatening critical logistic routes. Also, Russian mill bloggers are claiming advances in the southern part of an industrial plant in Chasiv Yar, an area south of the town. However, a Ukrainian officer has reported that Russian troops failed to establish stable position on the western bank of the Seversky Donetsk-Donbas Canal near Chasiv Yar. Small Russian assault groups are attempting to breach Ukraine's defensive lines, but are facing resistance from the Ukrainian defenders. Now, moving on to the Middle East. The Israeli Defense Forces have confirmed an operation targeting armed militants near a church in southern Lebanon. In a statement online, the IDF said that the militants were active in ground defense, anti-tank, and artillery operations in the sector and had used the church as part of their efforts. Despite the strike, the 60-day ceasefire that began last week remains largely intact. While the ceasefire has significantly reduced hostilities, sporadic clashes and Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon continue to pose challenges to maintaining stability in the region. Both sides have yet to comment further on the latest escalations. Meanwhile, Russian and Syrian jets are stepping up strikes on positions of Islamist groups fighting against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's forces in northern Syria, as Reuters has reported. On December 1st, they struck the town of Idlib, which is controlled by the militants. Locals, quoted by Reuters, said that one of the attacks hit a densely populated residential area in the center of Idlib. Rescue workers said at least 7 people were killed and dozens were wounded. Government forces have stated that they are targeting Islamist groups' hideouts. We open with an intense video of frontline combat captured by the 15th Operational Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine. Now, in this gripping first-person footage, soldiers dismount from their armored vehicle and launch a swift assault on Russian positions. The clip captures the raw, unfiltered reality of warfare, showcasing the bravery and precision of Ukrainian forces as they engage an enemy head-on. The Raven unit, part of the 129th Territorial Defense Brigade, has shared a footage from day 116 of the Kursk operation. With precise coordination and unrelenting determination, the unit demonstrates their ongoing efforts to dismantle Russian position and disrupt logistics deep behind the lines. The video captures a range of tactical maneuvers and calculated strikes. Take a look. And we close out with footage of Syrian rebels making a bold statement by trampling and setting fire to a Russian flag. The act, captured on video, symbolizes their defiance and rejection of Russian involvement in the region. This footage reflects the growing resentment and anger among local groups towards foreign influence in the ongoing conflict.
Elhamdülillah. Halep Havaalanı'ndaki Rus üstündeyiz. Köpekler buraya girir girmez arabalarla atlayıp köpek gibi koştular buradan. Allah'a hamdolsun. Onları rezil kılan, bizleri üstün kılan Rabbimize hamdolsun. Vel izzetu lillahi ve li rasulihi ve li mu'minin. Biiznillah tüm batıl bayraklar inecektir. Hak olan şerler her zaman yüksek olacaktır biiznillah. Allahu Ekber! 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 Allahu Ekber!
Buradan tut yap.
Evet efendim, yok. Elhamdülillah. Bugünleri bizlere yaşta Rabbimize hamdolsun. Cihadı, Allah yolunda yürümeyi, kafirlere bizim elimizde azam vermeye Rabbimize hamdolsun. Ve izzetülillahi ve li rasulihi ve li mu'minin. Allahu Ekber!
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.